before we even start talking about the band, tell us a little bit about started in music.
Yeah, so I'm originally from North Dakota. Minot, North Dakota is my hometown. I go by the stage name Cold Sweat, which is a name that I've been using since I was like 20. I'm 33 now. I've been playing, like, I kind of started in like the hip hop scene, playing rap shows all over the region, to be honest. So before I was living in Minneapolis, I made like a lot of connections in the Twin Cities and Duluth and like La Crosse, Wisconsin and stuff like that, just from doing rap shows. Hiahli came around in like 2020. What a perfect time to start doing anything.
Nailed it.
So like we didn't get to like really play. Actually, we played a few shows during the lockdown. It was like Fargo tried doing some like live stream shows. You know, like there was like some. It was kind of weird. Like you like play a song and then like get no response because you're like, used to like the response, you know, from a crowd. And it was like 1, 2, 3, we're done, and there's okay, next one. So like we did some shows like that as Hiahli in 2020, and in 2021 we like played our first show and kind of never looked back after that. But yeah, I along with the rapping and stuff like that, I also do some turntable scratching and you know talk to the crowd and try to make jokes as best I can.
That's awesome. It is an unusual start to the band, though, to not be able to play live. I mean, so were you able to practice together? Were you able to?
So I had moved to Fargo in 2019. Kind of like Minneapolis. Like I wasn't living in Fargo at the time, but I would go there often to play shows, and I knew a lot of people. North Dakota is really small when it comes to the music scene, so you kind of know everybody in the 4 major towns. So we had some shows in like 2019 when I had moved to Fargo, but we weren't going by Hiahli. We were just called Cold Sweat. You know, it was like me with the band, basically. You know, Jason, the bass player, him and I have been playing basically ever since we started doing this thing together. Like even before it was Hiahli, it was always Jason playing bass. And like we've had some different members throughout the years, but Jason and I have been like the day ones, as the kids would say.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the musical journey behind that.
Well, and I'm going to sidetrack a little bit to even ask you a little bit about the music scene in Fargo. Because there are a lot of, Diane Miller, a lot of people have come from that area, and it's...
Yeah, I would say before COVID, it was like super popping. Like D Mills and the Thrills, Jason played in that band too. Okay. That's kind of how I met a lot of them, just like... a good buddy of mine, Kip, he used to like do a lot of shows with them too, so he would bring me to the show. I'd play with him, and I would play with D Mills and the Thrills. So it's kind of like that's kind of how I met Jason and them. Fargo scene back in the day was really big into honestly anything. It was like really anything, any genre. Like jam band was really big. Shout out my buddy Pat Leonard. He's like a legend in Fargo. He plays like jammy, full. He plays a little bit of everything, kind of just like rock and roll. Just rock and roll legend, Pat Leonard's. Right now, I would say Fargo is dominated by like the punk rock, heavy metal. Like
shout out to Maul.
Yeah, Maul. Do you know Maul? You know those guys?
I do. I love Maul.
Oh,
I know the Fargo scene well. My best friend is from there. I've spent a lot of nights at aquarium.
Oh, okay.
More than I'd like
I used to work at the aquarium. Okay, yeah, I did booking there. I worked the door there. Oh, I played hundreds of shows.
I've been kicked out of Dempsey's a couple times.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You and I both. No, shout out Maul, man. Those guys are huge. Like,
and they will be playing at Underground Music Cafe next month.
Will they really?
Nice.
I think it's next month. Yeah.
You know one thing about Garrett, the singer. He used to be like a pro wrestler, like a semi-pro wrestler.
Oh, I think I did know that.
And he used to rap too. That's why I met him.
Okay.
So he used to be like more like a rapper, and then and he went by Gar. It was like Garr. Half of Garrett, you know.
Right.
But then like he used to do like some wrestling stuff too. So I've seen him like wrestle too. Like
nice.
he's a very Maul's cool, man.
Yeah.
And like Fargo loves that style of music, so like a lot of bands in that genre are like kind of successful in their own lane out of Fargo. Like I don't know what it is, but it's like Fargo has this like feeling or like this love for like the heavy stuff, you know? Because my hometown in Minot is like really known for punk rock scene and like the basement punk rock scene. It's like so that's kind of how I started. Like like my first couple of shows when I was like 19, 20 were like basement punk rock shows, and then me rapping. You know what I mean? So like. North Dakota, I feel like kind of likes the punk rock, heavy metal, kind of like that's just kind of their jam. Definitely, that's awesome. You know the Fargo scene. Who's your friend?
We'll talk
about it later. We probably got some mutuals.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting to play with the punk rock and the rap. I mean, I guess I've seen some of it, but always well received. Was it
I think the punk rock scene. Okay, I was told this a long time ago. The punk rockers and hip hop heads, they're all trying to say the same message, but it's just from different communities, different cultures, different neighborhoods, whatever, right? Different demographic of people, but it's still like the same like F you message. Don't tell me what to do. Like it's like the same like fight back and like kind of like I don't want to say like the voice of like the oppressed and like that, but it can be right. But I also think it's more of like anti-authority, anti like control. Like I think that's I think the two genres kind of have like the Venn diagram like right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was told that a while ago, and that always kind of stuck with me because I'm a huge punk rock fan too. I love punk rock music, and like I don't really sing that well, so like I don't get to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Perfect
Yeah, right.
rock.
Yeah, it is perfect. Oh, you changed my mind. So like that's kind of like the punk scene has always kind of stuck with me just because like I like to be lively in my performance. I like to like bring out the energy and kind of do that kind of stuff too. I don't like jump around as much as I used to. My knees don't, my knees kind of hurt nowadays. I'm less jumpy.
The heart's there.
The heart is
saying, hold on.
The thought is there, but I'm like, I shouldn't do that. But I would say definitely like growing up in Minot and like playing shows in Minot and Grand Forks as well, because I went to college in Grand Forks in North Dakota. Both like a lot of like basement shows that have that punk element was really like a big influence to me like when I first started doing music, for sure.
And I think we're in an era where that message is important, coming from many different channels.
Totally. I was actually having this conversation with our guitar player Blake, who also plays in Space Monkey. We're talking about how like they just put out a record recently, and like they were on the radio promoting it, and he was like, "Man, it feels so weird to like promote music when it's like all this stuff going on in the world," because it's like I think he said like right after their interview, like the program afterwards on the radio was like talking about like like Ukrainian getting bombs in Ukraine and like things like happening in the world, and like I'm like I feel that, you know what I mean, but it's also like it's kind of encouraging me to say more, and like because I like to I used to be more political when I was like in my younger 20s. The first time Donald Trump ran for president, I was way more like political in my songs. And then, like, I kind of stopped doing it because I didn't like giving people platforms on, like, Facebook and Instagram to, like, spew hate on the comment section. I just really hated that. So I kind of, like, stepped away, but kind of, like still writing in a way. But,
a couple that are... Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'm not so much in your face about it anymore. You kind of have to listen and, like, listen to what I'm saying. There's a lot of, like, satirical comments I like to use, and, like, kind of irony and stuff like that. But, like, talking with Blake about that, I was like, man, like, all I can hope for is that, like, during these times when people are kind of like, what's happening, like, I hope that, like, our music and the concerts we play and, like, the energy that we give can help anyone, in any kind of positive way, because it's like, even in the bad times, like, we should still have, like, something positive to look forward to, or, like, some kind of community get together kind of a thing, which is a concert, and, like, I really like to, like, there's nothing better than like looking at a room full of people just having a great time. You know what I mean? And it's not like it makes the band play better. It makes the crowd have more fun, and just so I think just for like 60 minutes, if we can just take a little bit of time just to kind of forget about what's going on outside and just have fun inside for a little bit, because we all deserve that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody deserves a break, but also every movement deserves a soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes I think playing the music that's not so in your face, but has the irony, that has the subtlety, and then someone loves the song and then they listen to it, because I've certainly seen it done the opposite way, where suddenly you're singing along and you're singing along like, what the it's like just singing about,
and like I don't want to be like labeled someone taking advantage of a situation, making a song about something just to benefit on my end.
Right.
You feel me? And like many people do that, and so many people, like, not even just musicians, it's like politicians take advantage of opportunities all the time, like good or bad. And like I don't want to be projecting an image of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write about that and try and profit off that, something bad that happened to other people. I just don't want to do that. I want to like talk about things that we're all feeling and we're all going through and we all can relate to and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now seems like a good time to play a song.
Yeah.
What would you like us to play?
Do you have that? Do you have what Jason sent you? The Smiling Upside Down? If you have it, you can play that. It's not released yet.
We can do that. next.
Yeah, we totally do that.
I'll have to log into my email.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
what can we play in the meantime? Something that's already out that
how about,
doesn't have the explicit sticker on it.
Okay, yeah.
Too important.
We don't swear too much. I try not to for radio purposes, and I want my mom to be proud. Probably you probably do like tooth. I don't think toothpaste. Does toothpaste have an E on it? Does it? Which ones does it? Which one?
We could do Help Yourself. We could do Deep Blue, Still Burning.
Oh, let's do Deep Blue.
Deep Blue?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a little punk rock version.
Perfect.
All right.
They played this song on like K-Fan one day.
Seriously?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, like our drummer at the time was like, dude, they just played Deep Blue on K-Fan. They were like, they were talking over it. Apparently, they like played local music. Well, I was like, that's was so awesome. Random, though. You know what I mean? Because like they're talking about like Minnesota Wild, and then all of a sudden our songs in the background. I was like, what the hell?
That's awesome, though. Yeah. I mean, that's good for them for playing local music.
I think they do that. Like,
I think that's you know.
Because it's like, man, if you're in Minneapolis, like, why are you not? You know, why are you not using local?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing work. Yeah, why
do you have to like type in every song that you play in?
No, well, no, I've done that in advance, but I have to sign in, so I only have to do this one little tiny thing.
Yeah, you're good.
While I'm here, because I like to be a little.
I did a little radio station show in Fargo for a little bit, and I remember having to like write the playlist down. Yep.
Spinatron. Yep. I won't do it, but I'll do it afterwards. There's a group called Honk, and they're trying to get musicians who are. Oh yeah, you've got it right in front of you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I can read it if you want me to.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that'd be so good. You know what?
I'll do the underwriter. Do my radio voice and everything.
Do it, because then I will get that clip and I will send it to. I work with 50. Well, I'm on board the Women's March, but I'll send it to people who are planning it with 5051.
Yeah,
especially if you're okay with them using your name.
Absolutely.
That would be.
Honk.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's supposed to be like a honky tonk or like
I don't know where. I have no idea where it comes from. And this is I don't know if the intention is that these people would. I don't think it's so much play at the.
It's Queer Community. That's the venue.
Yeah.
What is that? Like a.
It's just a space, right?
It's just a space.
It's just like a space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A community space.
Community space. Okay, cool.
Because they're always like the other thing is like. Do you think you have people who have music stands? I'm like, well, most of the people that I know are, they might have studios, but I don't know if they. So they're.
That's funny because I'm like, no one really tells you like, don't reach a stand.
Yeah.
We're reading.
And I don't know if you do call letters yet, so I'm talking to myself now.
The funny thing about this song too is like the demo. Oh, I guess I'll talk about it.
Deep Blue by Hiahli with Ryan in studio.
Yeah.
Tell us about this song.
Yeah,
We're jumping into it.
So Deep Blue, it's kind of funny because like that song, it ended up being like a kind of like a harder like rock and roll kind of song, and like the original demo is like really soft and quiet and like completely opposite. You know what I mean? So it's like. It's kind of funny listening to that song because I'm like, man, it was not the original idea about that song.
How often does that happen? How creatively do you work together? Someone brings something to the table, or everybody?
So it's really me. It's really Jason and I that kind of like. So I'll like make like a rough demo on my computer with like samples and loops and just kind of make beats like that, and then I write to that, and then once the song's kind of like somewhat made. Then I send the beat to like Jason and the other bandmates, and then like in like the production element, I don't really do so much in the production because I just don't really like to. I like the songwriting. I don't really like the producing side. But then like I'll send like the demo to like the bandmates, and then they'll write their own parts, and then we'll come together and like we'll practice it like that. But like it usually kind of stems from me making like these like rough little demos on my laptop. Yeah.
Would that be the way you would have done it if you guys hadn't really started during COVID for so?
Honestly, probably just because like,
what you do is very tech. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been kind of using that kind of like software for quite a few years now, so it's like not really overwhelming to me. You know what I mean? I still learn things all the time. Like, oh man, I've been doing this way for so long, and there's this button right here. That, oh my goodness! I still learn stuff, but like I've been using that kind of stuff for a while, and then like you've seen us live. I play like a little mini keyboard sometimes. You know, mm-hmm. That's all run through a program on my computer. So like I use that same program to make the beats and all that kind of stuff too. And so it's like our production is very much like Google Drive. You know, like, hey, I put something in Google Drive. Can you check it out? That's our label, Google.
I think that's fantastic. I think it is interesting to see how much of it, how much of music is technology now versus,
totally.
You know.
Totally.
Even I'm trying to think 30 years ago, not so much,
mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, because it's like, if you think about it, like, you could really just make a record on your laptop in your room. You know, it's like, it might not sound like the greatest, but like you are very much capable of doing that. You know what I mean? And like, so like anybody who like wants to start, you don't need much. You need like maybe $1,000. You know what I mean? For like the laptop, the microphone, the cables, the little interface box. You don't need a lot of money. And then you could go to school to learn things, or you could just focus on YouTube and like, you know, you can go to school to meet people and network, or you can just go to shows and network, you know, like, because like I don't have any kind of education in music, none. I didn't play any instruments growing up. I played the violin in like 2nd grade, you know, along with everyone else, you know,
yes.
The recorder in 1st grade and the violin in 2nd, you know. But like my brother is a full-time DJ. He lives in Panama. He used to actually he used to live in Minneapolis, and like he's been DJing for like 15 years. So like he's not a musician either, you know what I mean? And like, so like him and I both, I always make the joke like, yeah, our parents are so proud. but it's like him and I both come from like, you know, just kind of just picking something up and just doing it, just getting the equipment and just doing it. And like, I kind of got inspired by him because he got turntables and learned how to DJ, and I always thought that was really cool. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the rapper, you know. And then like I got turntables too eventually, and like, so it's like it's really just, it's not, you don't have to be musically talented in any kind of opinion, you know. You just have to be just like, I don't even want to say determined. You just gotta be having an interest, you know. Because like sometimes I lose my determination, but I still have an interest, you know.
Right.
That is a good point. Yeah, to have that. And I think there's something to be, you know, when you put your 10,000 hours into something,
totally,
you get better at it.
Totally.
And it's funny because I think you have an innate talent as well, but it is a lesson because you could have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the determination, you don't want
exactly.
to.
Yeah. If it's nothing to you, it's nothing.
Well, that's
you know?
You were the best t-ball player in kindergarten.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you never touched
exactly.
it again. You know,
you peaked in high school, you know. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
and like
exactly.
no one wants that, you know.
No, but it kind of gives hope to the people who did not peak
exactly
in kindergarten or high school.
Exactly.
And then you just say, yeah, if you just do it.
Because like I can kind of play drums, but like just because I've been around a drum kit. And like, and I work at a high school, so sometimes I spend my 15-minute breaks in the music room, you know. So it's like, and I worked at a music store, and I was living in Texas for a couple of years. So like, I never drummed in a band. I never owned a drum kit. I just choose to play it when I get to, and it's like now I've gotten big. Now I can kind of play it. You know what I mean? I got a couple of guitars. I got a bass guitar and acoustic guitar. I suck at those. My hands just don't really work that well with those. But like, I got them, and I can kind of play a little bit. You know what I mean? But like, I just like to challenge myself and try to I have the little keyboard and I play that live for one song. Maybe next year I'll be 2 or 3 songs, you know. But like, I want to like keep on learning, because it's like, I think that growing up like coming up in like the rap world, it was just like you just rap. That's it. That's all you do. So it's like, I want to do more. I don't want to be a 50-year-old just rapping or something like that. I want to be a 50-year-old playing music, make instruments and playing music and still writing songs and just doing everything. You know, like, that's kind of how I see it.
Well, when the tools are accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think that, you know, there was a time where you had to have the big money to do any of it. You had to have the lessons. There was no YouTube.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah. You got like music books. And I'm like, man, that's boring. You know, like, but like YouTube can like you can learn anything. You know, like, you really can learn anything.
It's got
Because like any song that you want to learn, you just type in like YouTube tabs or something like that. You know, like whatever song tabs, and then it'll teach you where to put your fingers. You know what I mean? And like, that's kind of like, I don't know a thing about music theory. I don't know a thing, right? I just know what sounds good and what doesn't sound good. You know, it's just like, that's kind of how I It's kind of how I work it.
I think that's a great. I mean, it's because we talk to people who do it both ways.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
and it's, yeah.
And like I just think it's like coming from like the hip hop world, coming from like the punk rock basement shows. I think the thing that I'm best at, like personally, is just like and crowd engagement and just kind of like being like this fun character on stage with a microphone and like trying to get people involved. And I just think I'm good at that, you know. And like that's what I try to focus my energy on, because I'm like, okay, that's my thing. I'm gonna keep on doing that thing, you know. And like if someone else has another thing, just focus on that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, so it's like if we all just come together and do our things, like that's how we kind of like play. You know what I mean?
AI is not going to be able to replicate what
No
you
chance.
do. You know, I mean, I think that's, you know, and I write for a living. It's always that be like,
Because like the way I see it, I'm like, man, it's so lame to see like Spotify allow these bands that are like AI generated bands to like garnish all these shit. It's so like what the, but on the other hand, people get kicked off for having bots like bot playlists or something like that. Like my friend Maddie, she's a bass player in a lot of bands. Like I saw her. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And I saw her post about getting her song kicked off Spotify because it got flagged for bot playlists. At the same time, Spotify like allows these AI bands to play because, and personally, I just think it's like Spotify is like, well, if I don't gotta pay real people, we'll let all these AI bands come up here, and I'm like, damn, okay, we gotta start thinking about this a little bit more, you know, like, why are we letting this happen? Why are we paying for this still? Why are we putting music on here still? Why are we doing? Maddie got me thinking about that. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out Maddie for that.
That's great. Yeah, I mean it. Why art? Why music? Why, you know, if you're just going to automate it all?
Well, I feel like we're always told, like, when AI comes and they starts dominating everything, you're going to have more time for your creativity and for self-expression. That's what they sold us, right?
Yeah.
But why are there AI flyers and AI generated this and AI generated that? Like, don't get me wrong, I've used like AI for like help, you know what I mean, for like flyers, you know, like but like I'm also like, oh, that sucks. like I'm gonna delete like 2/3 of that and make most of it myself, but like utilizing like the little bit of help in the background or something, you know what I mean? But like I don't like, if you like use chat, I work at a school, people use ChatGPT like how like we Spark Noted books, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the same evolution, but like if you use ChatGPT all the time, you can't even write an email,
right?
You can't even like respond to somebody. Like I see people like using ChatGPT just for emails, and I'm like, I've sent out thousands of emails for like bookings and promotion stuff, and like a lot of the times it's like copy and paste, and you know what I mean? You kind of you send like a generic email, but you personalize it. But I'm like, this is me personalizing this email. And I'm not using words like innovative or like, you know, like the same ChatGPT words that everyone uses. And it's like, you know, I hear people like who like check resumes. They talk about it like, yeah, you can tell. You know, you can tell. Because it's like, my mom's a Spanish teacher. If you use Google Translate for a paper in Spanish and you just type in like, you say you copy paste paragraphs into Google Translate and you hit click and you copy and paste that, you are going to get an F. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you do the same thing with ChatGPT, it's so obvious. You know what I mean? However, on the other hand, who knows how it's going to be in 5 to 10 years, even like 1 to 2 years. It's going so fast. And I'm like, man, is music gonna go like that? Is like, are people just gonna be okay with this kind of stuff?
No, I think there's gonna be a come to Jesus here soon.
I hope so.
I mean, you bring up the email thing. I'm a booking agent too, and I've had venues. I still do what you do, copy paste, but you personalize. And I've had venues be like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
because it's not. And like, it's gonna be gone, and I feel like it's affecting not just the music, but the booking and the promoting, and it's insane to.
Because it's like if you got an AI tool to help you like maximize your reach with like promotion stuff, awesome, right? Because it's like someone is gonna, why not, you know, like if you're trying to just maximize reach by like advertising, then let's talk about that. But like if we're gonna talk about like the AI wrote your music, the AI wrote your lyrics, the AI did everything, booked your whole tour. Could you imagine that? Like, why are we driving 300 miles tonight? What did we do?
We made a mad.
Dang it, AI! We're going from Philly to Las Vegas in 2 nights, man. What are we doing? But like, I think you're right though. I think we're gonna have a moment. But I also kind of think like, say like the worst comes to worst, and like it's like humans get like secondary to like AI music. I think if that would ever to happen, there'd be like this underground movement.
Well, and I think that's
you know what I mean.
I think you're seeing that already happen.
Yeah,
with house shows making a comeback.
This right here is like underground. You know what I mean? This is the underground.
I think the people who are in it because they love to do it and they're passionate will continue doing it.
I gotta say, and like I don't really know 100% the motivation behind them doing this, but like All American Rejects doing like the backyard shows.
Yep, but then
genius.
But did you see what happened after that? MGK came through doing the little shows, and
he did the same thing.
He played at Electric Fetus, and All American Rejects were like, "Hey, no offense to MGK, aka Machine Gun Kelly, but." This was the label doing it. When we did it, it was us doing it. So the corporations are already picking up and trying to figure out how they can capitalize on this backyard show stuff.
Yeah, because like the way the Rejects did it, and they did it at Memory Lane.
But it was supposed to be at
someone's house.
Bird Hole, over in South.
Because like I heard about that because I had my friend Dante from Space Monkey. He's part of like the Teacup people, so he like. So like I had my word on the street, you know. I got my peoples, but then I saw someone that didn't even live in Minneapolis post about it on Facebook. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go because like we had a gig that night because it was Art of World weekend. Yep. And then so we were over Northeast and we drove like some of my bandmates. We drove to Memory Lanes and the line was outrageous. And we're like, okay, well, let's just go home. This isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, it was that first app, and I booked it over to Memory Lanes, and I got there and just.
But it's like because like when I saw All American Rejects doing that, I'm like, man, either this is like super genius or like y'all got a trick up your sleeve, you know. But I'm like, what do y'all got to lose though? You know what I mean? Like local bands, it might not be so easy to do a backyard show and make money and tour. We don't know, you know. But like All American Rejects, that's a smart move. You know what I mean? Because it's like. You're gonna sell out, or not, you know, whatever sellout is, but like you're gonna have people screaming every single word at every single show you play. Because I think he mentioned something about like playing at like a big arena and it just like sucked because the tickets were so expensive and like you're playing for like half the crowd and like really who are you playing for if the tickets are $1,000?
Yeah,
we're not going.
Fans,
we're not going. Like the real fans aren't good. Like we can't afford that. $1,000, get out of here. It's rent. Right. Sorry for the rambles.
No. What I'm debating at is if we should play another song. We're gonna play, or hey, I've asked a big favor.
Yes.
I've asked Ryan a big favor I often do public service announcements here in the studio, and I'm gonna hand it right off to you.
I would love to. Top to bottom kind of thing. Besides like this little.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Honk Jam Session, Wednesday, September 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Queer Community, 3036 Hennepin Ave, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55408. Call for musicians in the face of oppression. Music is a powerful form of resistance. Honk brings together Twin Cities musicians of all skill levels to jam, collaborate, and combat fascist agendas. If that resonates and you're ready to learn some protest tunes, grab your instrument and meet us at the jam session. Bring your instruments and or music stand if you have one. We do have some extra stands and instruments if needed. Singers are welcome to TOO. Sheet music is provided in chord sheets and lyric forms for some songs and with melody and chords for other songs. There will be time to pre-plan songs and songs people bring to share.
Big thank you. Big thank you. The planners, thank you. I will share that with them. Also, I think it's a fantastic opportunity to meet people who play music at all different levels. And
that's all. I love the like the protest song too. I just watched the Bob Dylan movie. I know I'm late to the game, but I just watched that like a couple days ago, and I was like, I read something about, like he wasn't really writing protest songs until he started dating that one girl who they made up a name for the movie character, but like it's the woman who's like in the album cover with him. Yeah, she was like very influential on him because she was like involved with like students against nuclear energy and like, you know, anti this, anti that from the 1960s. So I'm like, that's cool. You know,
that's how that works.
I didn't know
that's how that works. That's the folks who are doing the honk were very involved with the Rage Against the Regime thing that happened in the Sears parking lot by the Capitol a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no kidding? That's awesome.
Yeah, so a few of them sang some songs out there. I saw the best version of War Pig sang by one woman in a violin I've ever.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's the complete opposite of the original version.
I know, absolutely amazing. But that to get back to, that's where the music and it, you know, it makes a difference.
Totally.
And and you got to stand where you want to with it. But yeah, I think
I feel like with like protest songs can be like anything too. You know what I mean? Like it's like any genre. It's not just folk music. It's like
exactly.
And like I say that because like watching the Bob Dylan movie, I was like, man, it's not just folk music doing it. It's just, electric instruments do that too.
Well, and the rap and the punk and the just about every genre for sure.
Totally.
I'm sure classical music back in the there were.
I bet Beethoven was driving some protest.
Right? Stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Johann Sebastian Bach was saying some stuff. You know he was.
Yeah. Making a difference.
Mozart was down with the bourgeoisie. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Are we ready to play?
If we want to play this.
It's the new one?
If we are allowed to play Smiling Upside Down.
So check this out, y'all.
Ooh.
Whoever's listening out there, we have a new song. My band Hiahli has a new song coming out this Wednesday. If you've seen us live, you've definitely heard us play it. It's called Smiling Upside Down. I think we're going to do a little exclusive radio play of it today.
Fantastic.
Let's do it.
Here
Smiling Upside Down.
Maybe. There we go.
This is what gives me gray hair. It's that seconds of
Oh yeah. Dead hair or whatever. Yeah.
Because McAllister will dock my pay.
Are you serious?
I don't get paid.
Oh yeah. I owe you $2. You're out here.
What? I guess I'll give back that pencil. I thought that was my payment last week.
Here's my T-shirt. Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh,
I will send that to them.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
This part was kind of hard to read, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
I totally forgot about that. You could have just nixed it, but they'll.
There's another song that was like the demo version's like really soft and quiet, more beautiful, and all of a sudden we like have this like heavy, bouncy beat to it, but it works, I'll make alternate versions one of these days.
You did play this at the last Amsterdam show, though, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard this song.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think every time you've seen us, you've heard this song.
Really?
We've been playing this song for a couple years now, like 2 years.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, actually, if we don't have a singer, we don't play it.
Okay.
Because of this part right here. Because I'm not a singer. Like I don't claim to be. You know what I mean? And it doesn't hit as well if we don't do this part. And then this guy's name is Matt. He doesn't play in our band no more, but he was in our band for like 2 years. He lives in Fargo.
Okay.
Yeah.
The call letters after this song.
Okay.
Once a half an hour.
A lot of CDs in here. These are like bands that came in here, gave y'all some?
No.
Collection?
These go back.
These are like promo
Yeah.
when they would actually spin them.
It's it's funny like buying records. It's like for promo use only. I'm like, well, why did I buy this for $10?
But you get some of them, and they'll have little notes.
This is what video games are meant to sound like.
I know, this is very.
There's some funny notes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I forgot who
Circle jerks.
I forgot who I heard say this, but like they used to make a DJ, like a radio DJ, and it's like, oh, it's like, yeah.
That's it.
Smiling Upside Down by Hiahli, who we have in studio at Mostly Minnesota Music on WMCN 91.7 FM in St. Paul. So great to have you in studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah. You were telling us a little bit off air about that song.
Oh yeah. So that song's been we've been playing that song for like 2 years now. I think I wrote a demo for it and I sent it to everyone and we literally played it like we like learned it in the car to a gig and we're like, let's just try it tonight. We'll make it work. And then like eventually as we like got it more structured, I think people started resonating to it because of like it's like we just repeat the Smiling Upside Down part, but it's like I think it's kind of a beautiful message, you know what I mean? So like I think that like we get people like singing that back to us. That's always a good feeling. Awesome. And then the singer in that song, his name is Matt Johnson. He used to play with us a couple years ago. He's a musician out in Fargo Moorhead. Yeah.
That's right. So, moved back to Fargo, or
no? He's from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hiahli actually formed in Fargo, and then some members still live there. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We're kind of like a Interstate 94 band.
Midwest International.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we
we'll
are.
call it, yes. How is everybody open to that kind of just let's do it? Improv on stage? How much of it? I've seen you're so engaging with the audience. I've seen you that
a lot of us, a lot of bands that we play with are so shocked when I say this. I'm like, we don't really get to practice a lot because of our distance, you know,
right.
and like
of course.
And like schedules are just hard to manage with so much distance and stuff. So like sometimes I'll get together with like Blake and Caitlin because they both live in St. Paul. They're like 15 minutes from our house, so I can get together with them and we can go through songs. But like we like to be busy, you know. Like we like to play like a lot of the weekends every month. So like if we can kind of get into like a repetition, the practice is not as necessary. I think practice is very necessary, but like if we're playing often, like we're okay. Like the chemistry's always there and like the feel's always there. But like I think I freestyle rap a lot, always have been. You know what I mean? Like and like. Yeah. I take whatever like the crowd or like the venue, the space is giving me, and just kind of like and that all stems from me being like a hip hop artist growing up and like still kind of being one, you know what I mean? But like it's a lot of improv, you know. And so like our songs, like we have all of our breaks and all of our like our planned things in our songs, but like a lot of times when I like talk like in between, so that's just all coming from the heart, all from the brain, all from the top, you know. Sometimes we try to do things on stage too that's once again kind of like improv, or like I'll be like, yo, take it away, someone take it away, you know, like solos are sometimes planned, sometimes not, you know, we just feel it out. I kind of wish we could practice more just to kind of like get more stuff, but like I also feel like that we all trust each other to kind of come equipped and come prepared, and like we're all pros at it, you know what I mean? So it's like we're not just like some garage band, you know, kind of playing together on stage, because we've all seen that, you know what I mean? Like, what are y'all doing? go back to the drawing board, yo. Like, and like this generation, like we don't really boo in our culture anymore, but like I think
we walk out.
I think older generations definitely booed, you know what I mean? So like, and like I don't want to like hate on anyone, but like sometimes you're just not ready for that stage, and you should view it as a privilege, and you should view it as like people's time and energy that they took to go see you, and like if you're not giving it back, because it's like I know if we haven't practiced in a month, but we've played like every single weekend in that month, I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm cool, I'm ready, you know what I mean? Even if we don't practice, I know that like we're all ready to go individually, and I can trust everyone. But like if you don't have that, I think you should just kind of practice still and kind of go back to be comfortable. And like so, like a lot of the rappers out there, like you ever go to a rap show and they're like barely rapping, you know what I mean? They're like just like their vocals are getting played over the track. I hate that stuff. It's so embarrassing, and it's like if you're a rapper listening to me right now, stop doing it. Stop doing it. No one likes it. You're not talented. You're not showing off your talent. You know what I mean? Like it's like imagine a guitar player doing that. Yeah. How lame would that be? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're not ready for something, just there's nothing wrong with taking the time to practice. So there's really not. And I like if you're not prepared for something, there's nothing wrong with just not doing it that day. Like go back and practice and be ready, and then come out. You know, like, and then perform. And like so I practice a lot, like by myself in my head, in the car, in the shower, getting dressed. You know, like it's like I'm constantly thinking of like my songs and stuff like that, and like. And then, so if I don't have one ready to go, like I'm practicing that, like on stage. And then say I screw it up, I'm gonna freestyle. You know what I mean? Because I feel confident with that too. And like, and my bandmates can pick me up if I'm falling down. You know what I'm saying? And that all comes from chemistry, and that all comes from like spending time with each other over the last couple of years, and just like things like that.
Well, and you've said it, the word many times. Trust.
Trust. Yes.
It's the trust. I think that's a huge part. Yeah. I think. Person to person, some people are more comfortable freestyling or just doing improv than other people, and that's fine. And you get to know your team, and you can even, you can work within that. But I think it's a combination of some. Yeah. All right. Do you feel comfortable to just get out?
I also think it's like you really gotta like. We all have egos, you know what I'm saying? I really try not to show mine at all when I'm in the band because it's like I always make the joke. I'm like, if someone's gonna have an ego, it's gonna be me. But like, I don't like to do it because I'm like, I don't like people showing off theirs and like we're all in this together kind of thing. I played sports growing up, you know what I mean? I lost many times, you know what I mean? And like, I got my butt kicked many times. I've also won sometimes, you know what I mean? But like, a lot of the times it was with the team. And like, a lot of times I realized that like, I can only do so much if my team's not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah. And like, it's the same thing with music. It really is. It's like, if you have a band with like 5-6 people, like one person's bad day could ruin the vibe for everyone. And that's like with any group, any team, any group, any coworkers, whatever. Like, so it's like you kind of have to just kind of learn like how to like maneuver that, you know what I mean? And like we have some things with our band. Sometimes we're looking for subs. People can't play. It's just like, oh my goodness, like this is we're imploding, you know. And it's just it's hard not to be negative, and sometimes I am, but like I try to remain positive. And I try to remain like, nah, this is what I want to do. Let's just figure it out. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't what I wanted to do, I would have quit years ago because it's stressful sometimes for no gain. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of time traveling in the road for no money, you know what I mean? But like it's for the love and it's for like it's like my passion and it's like I hate the thing I hate the most is when people say like, when are you gonna get a real job? Because I've had family members say that. I'm like, you hate your life. Like, right? You have a job you hate. What are you talking about? Like, because I work at a high school. I make decent money. I got pretty decent benefits, you know. Shout out NPS. But like, is that a real job? Like, what is that? What is a real job? You know, like I hate that because I'm like,
teaching is a real job and the Lord's own work,
and I get paid
it's
dirt
hard to do.
So I'm not a teacher. I'm like a non-licensed staff. You know, they call us educators. You know what I mean? But like, but I still.
But being with the students, I'm
still there. You know what I mean? And like it's like that to me is a real job, right? Yeah. But I'm only doing that because that's not like my passion is music. My passion is performing. My passion is being on that stage and like our goals are to play like big shows for big crowds. Like that's what we want, you know. Like the money aspect is like whatever. Like we don't really care about that, you know what I mean? Because it's like we're all poor and struggling anyway. Like what's gonna change really, you know? And like but like it's just like. I don't know. I've always hated that. Like when you're gonna get a real job, when you're gonna quit the music thing and get a real job. It's just like I've always hated that. And I think that's always like driven me more towards keeping on. You know what I mean? Like because it's like I'm 33 now. I started doing this when I was like 19. Like I started writing music when I was 19, performing when I was 20. This is what I like. This is what I'm doing. You know, and like this is what I'm the best at. Like this is what I'm good at personally. I'm not really good at. I can't fix a damn thing. You know what I mean? Like if something breaks, my fiance fixes it. She's the handy person in the house. Like it's not me. You know, and like this is what I'm good at. I like to cook. I like to make music. Like that's really what I like to do.
And most importantly, it makes you happy.
It makes me extremely happy.
Yeah.
Because like, happy. And like the band drama sucks, or like the traveling can suck sometimes. But like, man, when you perform a show and it's like a good show, even the crowd feels like, man, that was a good show. You know, like because I've been in that crowd too. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, that was a fun show. Like there's nothing better than that. It's just that feeling. You chase that dragon. You really do chase that dragon.
Yeah. Another song? Or is it?
Yeah, we can do another song.
I'm looking.
I was looking at the time.
I'm looking a little bit at the time. I will play one more song.
Yeah.
And we'll have a little bit of a chat, and then
Yeah, sounds good with me.
What?
That's how planful we are.
What song would you like to play?
Is it Leaves of Autumn?
I can do that one.
Okay, let's do that.
Thank
you. I swear I don't swear that much.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
So Leaves of Autumn is a song where I like playing this song a lot because it's the one song I play the MIDI keyboard on, and like it's like the one song I get to like play an instrument live. But so this is one of the few songs I actually like made with a keyboard and like made the beat with the keyboard. I usually like find like samples and like loops and stuff like that for the demo version. But this one I like made it like out of like from like scratch. So it's kind of like has a special little place in my heart for that.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Awesome.
Yeah. If we do this, then talk about your upcoming shows.
Yeah, perfect.
You gotta make sure to.
That's perfect. Yeah,
I was like,
that's perfect.
That's what people want to hear. Yeah, and then we'll go to the regular set list.
Yeah.
Because there is somebody who usually follows us, and they try to just.
What's that show?
What is hers? I don't know what their show is.
2 students here, so.
But I think they just talk.
They talk
about
the
just any music.
Little.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little?
I think a little bit.
Little Gen Z talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah. No cap.
My yawn has nothing to do with what's going on in this room.
Oh, I get it. I
had a high school reunion last night, so I'm trying to remember names.
Oh, man. How was that?
It was fine.
It
was fine. I went to high school 2 miles from here, so
which school?
I went to a school called Durham Hall that's no longer open, Cretan Durham.
Oh, okay, got you. You went there before they went to Cretan. Oh, got you.
And then I was at a memorial today, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's a long weekend. That's a lot of people. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Where were we all at last night?
Mancini's, because
St.
Nice. Paul.
Yeah, got you, yeah.
No, I like them all very much, but that is not my favorite setting.
Yeah, no, I get it. I went to mine was my 10 years supposed to be in 2010, but like, it was 2020, and then, we did it in like 2013. Or 2023, so it was like a 13-year anniversary. It was just kind of stupid.
Lucky 13!
And it was like, not a lot of people went, and it was just kind of like, why did I come? Like, why did I come all the way back to my hometown for this? I knew exactly what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
I missed mine because At the Drive-In was playing. And I wasn't going to miss At the Drive-In.
Are you from here?
No, I'm from Iowa.
Are you from Iowa?
Yeah, I came up here for college. So.
We're from in Iowa.
Des Moines, outside of Des Moines.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, super small town outside.
Where'd
used to be.
Where'd you go to college out here?
McNally Smith College of Music.
Oh, you did?
I did. Rest in peace.
Yeah, dude, one of my best friends went, he was like, he moved here for them.
Yep.
And then they shut down, like a month before he was going to start.
Oh, God.
So he didn't start. He lucked out.
Yeah.
He lucked out.
Yeah.
I graduated with 3 degrees, and let me tell you what that got me.
Damn. Is it like not accredited? Or?
They technically lost accreditation at one point, and we don't know if my diploma... It doesn't matter, because like you said, you don't need school to do this.
Yeah. With if a business side...
I had a business major.
That's good to know.
Performance minor.
There's like some business stuff you should learn in school, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was already a booking agent, so I had self-taught by then.
True that.
I more met people than learned stuff, is what I tell people.
Mm-hmm.
And I met some amazing people that I still talk to daily.
And that was some Hiahli.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have Ryan in studio, Cold Sweat in studio.
Hello.
Yeah. As the hour closes, tell us about some of the upcoming shows.
Yeah, so
where we can see you.
This upcoming Wednesday, August 27th, Hiahli is making our debut at the 7th Street Entry.
Yay.
This was a huge goal of mine personally when I moved here. I really wanted to play there, so it's really cool to like get the opportunity. Our really good friends Soctopus are playing with us. It
very fun.
Only makes sense.
That's a very fun.
Those are like brothers to us, So we love those guys very much. And then really excited to have Bryn Batani. She's gonna open up the night. We never played with her. I've only really communicated with her like via Instagram. So like
she's lovely.
And I think she's from Austin, and I used to live in Austin, so I'm like really excited to be like, hey, like, do we know any mutual friends? I
feel like she's very fun and will fit the night.
Yeah,
like she's very fun and musical theater-esque in a way, giving it this fun vibe. That's a perfect one.
And like the 3 of us all played this like festival like this DIY private event out in the summertime, so I'm like,
oh nice.
It's kind of like a little fun thing,
Yeah.
And then so that's this Wednesday, and then in a couple weeks, it just got announced a couple of days ago. We're playing in Fargo at Drecker Brewery for Drecker Fest, which is like a big event, and we're opening up for Motion City Soundtrack.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like really hard. I'm like telling myself like, don't say Motion City Soundtrack. like don't say that.
Don't say it.
Don't say that, because I'm like in my head I'm like, that's kind of funny though, isn't it? Like,
yeah. It is very,
But yeah, we're really excited for that one. Like I said earlier, our main goals, like for Jason and I, who've been like in this band since we created it, it's just we really wanted to play like big stages and big crowds, and like we don't care about the money and the fame, whatever fame you get, But like we just wanted to like we're just trying to get that crowd, or like that energy from the crowd. That's just what we want to do, is like play these like bigger shows, these bigger crowds, and like so like we're really hoping to like have like a really good crowd for the 7th Street show. I've never promoted a show like this show. I've never, ever, ever in my life have promoted a show this hard. So I'm really hoping we see some results from that. And then like the Motion City Soundtrack show is going to be like a kind of nostalgic for people my age and like my generation, because it's like, we were all teenagers. Like that genre is really big for us, you know what I mean? Like the pop punk, you know, like that stuff's awesome, you know. So it's really excited about that.
Is the entry is that 18 plus?
18 plus.
We're on the campus. I thought we
18
fit that
plus.
in.
If you got college students, if you got a little, ask your mom and dad for a little $20 bill when you leave their house this summer before you go back to campus, and get a little money and bring it to the entry this Wednesday.
Yeah, and I see you have some flyers in the hand.
I
Any
do.
chance you can leave a couple? So,
I absolutely will.
So if anyone has questions, there's flyers down here at the radio station.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then you could just go, if you're listening and you're curious, go to just Google it.
Just Google it.
Just Google it.
Just Google
There's
it.
no, just Google it. We all do anyway, right?
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Hey,
this has been a joy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Super appreciate it.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, where can people find the music if they can't come to the entry on Wednesday?
Like I said, if you just Google Hiahli, Hiahli, we're the only thing spelled that way. We're the only things that will come up. So we're on everything. Everything that you pay for or signed up for free at, we are on that.
Awesome. We get back to some music about the fairs?
Yeah. Let's do I Need $1 from Tonic Sulfide.
Oh, I thought it was Piano Black.
Well, it's the cover.
Oh, nice.
I was going to say it, but then she cut it too quick. But yeah, that's a cover of it.